This is the farmhouse where I grew up, where my father grew up, where my grandfather grew up, where my great-grandfather grew up. The main house was built in 1860. We got electricity in 1943 with the Rural Electrification Act. And now what I am doing is I'm removing the majority of the 1960 updates and reverting the era back to somewhere between 1920 and 1950. I'm going to show you each room in the order that I did them years ago. While I am no more of a carpenter or a designer than any member of my family has ever been, I'm doing it to suit me and my tastes. This is our original ceiling light in the bedroom. It's a 1941 J.C. Verdon globe, and we intended to put that back up after we redid the ceiling. However, first we had to get an actual wall switch because as it's set up there right now, we had a socket rocket X10 wireless because that's the only way we were going to turn the light on remotely, because the original light was a single bulb and a pole chain. So to put up the J.C. Verdon light, you can't get at the pole chain, we set up the X10. But when we were redoing everything in the bedroom, we decided to get an actual physical switch with a wire. So the first thing you have to do is run the snake from the hole in the ceiling where the light used to be over to the wall through a channel and get it down so that you could get at the snake. And then we pulled through the Romex wire. Now that looked fairly easy, but it took us over an hour to get that snake to the wall and the wire back to where the light was going to be, because we weren't going to change the position. And then it was a matter to run it over to where we had the channel on the wall where the power came from down cellar up and over the door and through the wall into the living room, where it ran all the way around the edge of the ceiling to where our three switches are in the living room, where you saw it in the previous book 9. And here's just a quick close-up of how we ran the wire in those stick-on channels. And with the wire inside the channel, we just snap the outer cover on, and then all we have to do is just take the curved pieces and snap them on, and we've got it. And there you can see our switch on the wall, and it works no better than the X10. However, she who must be obeyed decided we needed an honest-to-goodness real wall switch. And then we needed an actual original lamp base, because we had just a fake one that we bought at Home Depot. And as you can see by that box, the post office did a real good job of protecting it. And if you go on to the next image, you can see that the side of it was caved in. Well, we can't just get another one because they just don't have original 1940s, 50s light sockets hanging around. So what I did was I pounded out that flattened area, and as you can see, you can hardly notice where it is. And then I painted it the color of the ceiling and then mounted it on the ceiling, as you can see, and it looks pretty good. And then I installed another J.C. Verdon light. We decided we didn't want the peach. I was able to find one of the rare blue ones. And here's a image of the 1941 J.C. Verdon catalog. And there is showing the pink one. They came in pink and peach, like we have in the living room, and blue, and I believe there was some clear, and I think there might be a white one also, but we chose the blue, and I think it looks pretty good. So that is how we got a wall switch in the bedroom and upgraded the light from the peach J.C. Verdon to a blue J.C. Verdon, and with an original base. No thanks to the U.S. Postal Service.